let's see, 20-second delay. So, hello everybody, Blue Dooley, and today we are in American Truck Simulator. We're going to be cruising around Wyoming for a little while. It had rained quite a bit here today, so a little too muddy to get out and play with RC trucks, and I don't really feel like working on anything out in the garage at the moment because my allergies have just been terrible. We're gonna just hang out in ATS. So drop a comment in the screen. We are I just seen the video pull up on my monitor, so should be getting ready to go here in a little bit. I'm running a 20-second delay just because I'm not sure if my hardware is going to really cut out for live streaming a PC game, but we're gonna check it out. So let's get into the game. Loading. I did finally get my World of Trucks account set up and linked to my American Truck Simulator game save, at least this particular one. I only have one mod on right now, and that's just to make sure everything stays unlocked for me. We're driving a Mack Anthem, painted in my preferred color. And right now we're hauling a bulldozer from Idaho Falls to Rock Springs, Wyoming. We'll get in the game here. We're sitting at the Alpine Junction way station, which I've been through once and it looks pretty accurate. Alpine is a small little town fairly close to the Idaho-Wyoming border. And I don't have my graphics set super high. I think I have everything set on medium. So here's the truck we're driving, the 48-inch sleeper. Custom painted lowboy trailer with the wood deck front and back. Got black rims. I would black out the tanks and the stacks if I could. But let's jump on the road here. We'll get in the truck. Fire it up. Lights and beacons. And nope, not gonna work. Fuck. OBS is still going though, so apparently the monitor is going to be weird. Alright, monitor's kind of acting weird, so we're going to stay tight here while I bring up something else. Hopefully it still says everything's got an excellent condition. Okay. Close you. Let's go. Me. My channel. We're gonna have to probably bring up my chat on the phone. So give me a minute while I get that situated. All right. I think I got everything situated now. I can see chat on my phone. Of course, there's nobody watching right now. Okay. Yay, unprofessional! Trying new things. Back in the truck. Cut the grass a little bit. Hope everyone is having a good weekend. Mine's been kind of unproductive. Which I suppose is okay occasionally. They do have a Wyoming event going on, World of Trucks, which you just drive around in Wyoming. And that counts for some miles driven. And so many miles get you some rewards, like a new paint scheme. And as I used to live in Wyoming, it's worth checking out. Check my mirror. Oops. Bridger Teton National Forest, which I actually think with that 50-foot trailer, we might be over length. It's been a while since I've been across this way, and I haven't actually been up Highway 26 in a semi. But I want to say there's either a length limit or trucks aren't allowed certain times of the year just because of the snowfall. Turn the retarder back on. Checking my phone, see if anybody's hopped in this live stream yet. Woo. Hop the curb a little. Daniel Junction, 57, Rock Springs, 168. But it's a community event. I haven't actually messed around with World of Trucks too much. This is the first time I've actually gotten the account synced and trying anything out. If you've seen my other ATS videos, you know I'm playing on a controller and keyboard. I don't have a full sim setup. And the game actually plays fairly easy with a controller and a keyboard. And on medium graphics quality, at least here in the middle of Wyoming, we're doing alright. Hitch-wise. Set the cruise control on because I gotta itch my nose. As I've mentioned many a times, I'm no professional at this. Just out here having fun. Monitoring tendons. Looking for comments on my phone as my second monitor didn't want to play nice. Driving a Bulldog with a Bulldog bobblehead on the dash. The only thing about the game I kind of wish the devs would work on is their engine sounds and things could be a little better. The Mac doesn't sound too bad. Besides the bobbleheads, I got my water bottle and hat, fire extinguisher, load manifest, and the nice custom wood wheel. I got my Wednesday vlog video already edited and ready to be uploaded for Wednesday. Set my cruise control and then I have to slow down immediately. I think the thing I'm going to be, well, the problem with the video game world and the real world is they kind of need to condense it so it's not as big and open as it is in real life, which is part of just what Wyoming is. There's a lot of big open nothing between places. In fact, when we lived in Douglas, we had to drive 45 minutes over to Casper just to get to a Walmart. Cheyenne to Laramie's 45 minutes, and that's 75 the whole way. Casper to Laramie's about 2 hours, and there is not really anything in between them. I actually graduated from Laramie High School in 2000 and lived in Casper for a little while after going to tech school in Arizona and being a mechanic in Missouri for a little while. And you get out to some of them uranium mines or drilling well sites for the oil field. There are places in Wyoming where you still do not have cell phone signal, and getting even national public radio is hard to get in some places. Why are you going so slow there, dump trailer? But a lot of Wyoming does look like this. A whole lot of nothing. Which is why a lot of people like the state. Hopefully my fan isn't clicking too loud in the background. I don't know why, but that ceiling fan just clicks. Farson. Not sure how much live streaming I am going to do. I'm not a very big channel at the moment. I'm kind of late to the American Truck Sim party, which actually leads to what I had thought about calling my channel, which would have been a day late and a dollar short, because that is usually the case. But finally got the computer upgraded enough so I think we can do alright streaming. At least every time I glance at the phone, it looks like things are going pretty smooth. And with that delay I'm running, that should cover any hitches I have uploading to the old internets. Good event. Woo. Really lagging there. Come on. Ooh, she's running slow now. Set the brakes. All right. That does look like we're still doing good there. Ooh. Let's try something here really quick. Yes, we'll keep those. Let's turn a few options off. Low, medium. All right. We'll back a few settings down just so we can see if we can get the stream, the game a little smoother. All in the fun of learning how to stream and what the system can and cannot do. Let's see, where do they want it? We can actually pull right in. Sweet. It's a video game. I'm going to cheat and back in or pull in from the external camera. As the mirrors in the game, at least my monitor, it's almost impossible to get any depth of field off of them. So that's going to be snug. Hey Link, how's it going? I've been playing ATS for probably a little over a week. About a week and a half, I guess. We'll unload. Let's see what we got. First World of Trucks contract completed. Probably got... we can look. Total game time, 11 hours in the game, so not as many as a lot of folks have. Alright, let's go to the next one here. And we can take some forklifts back to Idaho Falls. That doesn't sound like much fun. Utah, Rock Springs to LA. Cables. Wheel loader to Sheridan. We'll snag that one. Figure out where we gotta get loaded at. How's your weekend going, Link? Yeah, I can see why you'd be on and off. You kind of gotta wait for updates and stuff. Actually, even turning down the graphics like I did, game still looks pretty good. Get the trailer loaded. Head up to Sheridan. Get the beacons going again. Nice, detailed your truck. That's something I need to do to mine. It must look like those cars collided. Now tons of traffic. We're gonna have to cut some people off just to get out here on the road. I've never clay-barred any of the vehicles I've owned. Of course, nothing I've ever owned has had nice enough paint that it'd look good after clay-bar. In fact, my real truck, paint so faded on it, the only thing that'd help it look good is a paint job. It's kind of like driving sims. Everything could be nice looking. Let's move some stuff so maybe I can see a little better. There we go. The AI in this game is so weird sometimes. Just come to a complete stop for no reason. And the lights are short. Come on, Light. You're not this long in real life, I bet. Nice of him to be in the left lane for me. Speed limit's not 35, game. I do gotta say though, while the town of Rock Springs might not be 100% accurate, the landscape around it's pretty good. It's out in the red desert. And between Rock Springs and Laramie, well, actually Rock Springs and Rollins is about the most boring drive in the entire state, because there isn't much between them. It's also kind of unfortunate because there's a stretch of highway where they're with some fairly steep, long grades on 80 called the Sisters. I'm kind of disappointed those aren't in the game. As on one trip to Rock Springs in my personal truck, it was so windy on, what are they, I think 5 or 6% grade. I was pulling 20 pounds of boost just going down the hill in cruise control. As that is sorely lacking from this game, is some wind physics on the trucks. Because Wyoming is windy. And there are many a times when, even between Casper and Douglas, you'd be driving back to Casper from Douglas, and the wind would be blowing so hard, the gust would come up and it'd slow the truck down enough like you'd hit the brakes. It was just unreal how strong that wind can be in the state. But I don't know if that kind of realism would make the game any funner. Might be, well, it'd be entertaining for those of us who lived in there, or do currently live there, to watch some streamers fight with the force feedback on their wheel in the state, going anywhere for a couple of hours. At least I might get a kick out of it. Streamers might not. if you're just joining me, I appreciate jumping on the live stream, as this seems to be the first live stream I managed to do and everything seems to work. I had a little hiccup with my dual monitor setup earlier, where it just quit sending a signal to the second monitor. But watching the chat on my phone right now, as I am just nothing but professional at game streaming here. Just doing it for fun. Cop car came out of nowhere. We're hauling a loader up to Sheridan, as there is currently a World of Trucks event going on. Taking place in Wyoming, since Wyoming is the newest DLC for the game. And you get a reward for so many miles between deliveries in the state. Boy, that bus was broke down last week when I was through here. I mean, it's hard to get service out in Wyoming, but it shouldn't be that hard. Alright, game, why are you stuttering now that we're out in the middle of nowhere? When I built my PC, streaming and playing a game on it was not what I originally had intended for. Though, with the updated RAM, or more RAM, I only have 16 gigs of RAM at the moment, it definitely helped. But not probably the ideal setup. So the next time I stream a game, it'll probably be SnowRunner or Forza Horizon 4. That way the Xbox can handle playing the game and the computer can just work on doing the streaming. But this is just for fun, so I'm just gonna have fun. I never stopped to see if that rest area was supposed to be Independence Rock. Maybe another time I'll stop into that rest area and see if it's supposed to be Independence Rock. I'm gonna catch you just as the late ends, huh? Yep. Good old Platte River. Medicine Bow. Tiny little town between Casper and Laramie. I actually lived in Casper before I moved to Twin Falls. It's kind of a shame it's dark, because there's really a cool statue over there. There, it got lit up. But that statue is there in real life. What the hell did I just hit? I have no idea what the trailer hit. So those little details I really kind of like. That is weird that it said damage from a hit, but I don't know about hitting anything. At least it wasn't a car crash, because it had said find me a lot more for, or had to find me for a car crash. Pay attention to my delay and see if I seen any what I hit. And of course, since it's dark, you can't see that wooden oil drilling rig, which is on near the Platte River in Casper. And actually that model is really accurate. That's one of the things I'm really kind of getting noticing in the game is the statues are really notable locations. They might move it so you can see it from the roads that are in the game, but they put those recognizable things in the game. I was really surprised when I was down in Laramie in the game, just checking it out. They, of course, have the University of Wyoming visible from one of the roads you can drive on. And the dorms were actually surprisingly really accurate. The cafeteria is accurate, and they actually have a very correct looking statue of Chief Washakie in front of the dining hall, just like real life. So I kind of harp on some of the accuracy of the game, but I also have to keep in mind it's a game, so they kind of have to condense a lot of the areas, so you're not going to get 100% accuracy out of it. But they do enough that if you've been to those places, you'll recognize some of those landmarks, and that's really cool, I think. I graduated tech school in 2001 down in Phoenix, and as much as it had changed when Dad and I were through in 2010, I probably wouldn't recognize anything down there now. Phoenix is one of them cities that you blink and they've built a couple more square miles of city. Same with Denver. Can't recall off the top of my head the last time I was in Denver, but it's almost solid city from Fort Collins, Colorado to Colorado Springs. The Denver metro area is pretty huge, and I'm glad I do not live down there. I like smaller towns and cities. Of course, in Laramie, where I graduated high school, we had a high school, a Walmart, Kmart went out of business, the University of Wyoming, and Wyotech, and that was pretty much it. If you wanted to do anything exciting, you left town. Went to Cheyenne, went down to Fort Collins, or made the 2-hour trip all the way down to Denver. Not sure why we're stuck at 65. Alright, that was some interesting road work. The AI is pretty accurate to real life in some of those construction zones. Because people will fly up in the lane that's closed and then slam on their brakes and cut everybody off in the lane that's open, causing the interstate to come to a complete stop. At least in Idaho, that's how it seems to work, because I never seem to get through a construction zone twice without having to come to a complete stop almost. It's glowing green over there. Looks like a gas station on the map. Yeah, traffic in this game is pretty accurate. They just need to add some people speeding. Speeding and then cut you off to beat you to the exit. That'd be scary accurate. And I have had someone pass me on the shoulder. So the occasional AI that did something like that'd certainly add to the realism. I've also had people use the right and left turn lanes to get around me because they just believe they're so important they can't wait a minute for an actual passing zone or lane. And that's even when I'm rolling at the speed limit. Happens a lot going up to Haley and Sun Valley. But yeah, I'll be doing 65 and which is the speed limit, and that's just not good enough for some people. So they'll just use the left turn lane in a couple of spots to just fly past me. Actually, the last time somebody did that, just north of Jerome, and they used the turn lane to get around me. And then when we got to Shoshone, the train had stopped in town, and I caught up to them. There was only one car between us. I'm sure they were pissed. Actually, I'm positive they were pissed because they didn't wait very long and turned around and went back to Twin Falls. This loader must be pretty good sized because my 500 plus horsepower isn't really cutting it. I'm not entirely sure that the game understands, or the devs programmed horsepower quite right in the game. As with 355 rear ends and 500 horsepower, I'd have to be pretty heavy for this thing not to pull along at a good clip in the lower gear, well, in anything but overdrive. Well, here we are in Sheridan. We'll see where we're going. Hopefully not have anybody fly up that ramp and hit us. Apparently I didn't go far enough into Sheridan to discover it. I know Texas is next, but it'd be kind of cool if they added in Montana. I wonder if the World of Truck events have speed limits. Because I know this Mac will do more than 65. I've gotten it up to 80. Where the hell's port of entry at? That's the other frustrating thing about this game. The port's not in the direction we're going, so we don't have to actually stop at it. It's out of the way. But if I make that right, I'll get fined for it. Because the laws between Europe and the States for commercial vehicles, I think, are different enough. Yeah, you wouldn't come over to this port of entry unless there was a cop standing there telling you to. I think that's my biggest nitpick. Is you wouldn't pull into a scale that's out of your way on a route. God, these speed limits around here are ridiculous too. Well, actually, it's just easy to speed in the game. Truck inspection station. You don't see those too terribly often. But we went into the port like they wanted to. Hey, how's it going, Richard? Thanks for popping in the stream. Running a 20-second delay, so might take me a bit before I answer any questions or say hi to you. And I'm running a long delay because, truthfully, I don't have enough horsepower in the computer to be streaming a computer game and playing it on the same system. But I'm just out here having fun. Just about where we're getting ready to drop off this loader. Let's see, where do they want it? Figured they'd park that loader in the way. Well, we'll give her a shot backing it up from in cab. See how it goes, actually. We are crooked as all hell. Well, that mirror looks straight. This is actually harder in the game than it is in real life, I think. Let's get out and take a peek. Well, not exactly stellar, but we're mostly there. Easy $19,000. Two completed world of trucks contracts completed now. Let's I guess we'll see what else we can grab. Sheridan to Fort Collins. Sheridan Gillette. Yeah, we've already been to Riverton. Let's not go there. guess we'll go over there to Gillette. Check that out. You seriously want me to flip around after? We're gonna skip that. Skip parking just to get loaded again. One of my drivers just dropped off delivery. Get the beacons back on since we're oversized. Guessing those doubles are another load you could pull out of here, as well as those dump trailers. A lot of blinking lights. Apologize if that giving you a seizure or something. Oh, it'll let me bypass. That's nice. We're gonna hit, aren't we? Nope, you're gonna slow down. Could have scooted over. If you're just joining me, I'm Blue Dooley. We're just hanging out in ATS on a Sunday afternoon. Driving around Wyoming, the state I actually grew up in for a little while. I went to junior high and high school in Wyoming, Laramie specifically. And I worked at the University of Wyoming for a little while as a truck driver, heavy equipment mechanic, a little bit of everything, kind of a general laborer. Of course, since we're here, it's got to be dark. What are you doing there, car? Well, you're being dumb, that's what you're doing. Annoy everybody with my high beams. Wonder what's out. What the question mark is over there. Have to check it out another time. World of Trucks has an event going on since Wyoming is the newest release. And if you complete missions over 100 miles, I think after you drive so many miles, you get it unlocks a paint scheme for a reward. That's kind of what we're shooting after. But mainly we're just hanging out. Just hanging out as the weather's kind of been lousy, so I haven't been able to get out and work on any of my projects, either my RC truck or my full-size truck. The sun finally came out for a little. Finally came out, yeah. After it spent most of the day raining. So I thought, well, we'll try out my new monitor setup and play around in ATS Hangout. The new monitor setup. I don't think my TV that I'm using as a secondary monitor likes being a monitor. Or I need to adjust a setting on it because it loses signal and then just puts everything back to the main screen. So it might actually be the graphics card not being able to handle it. I'm not sure. Also, I'm not sure why this Mac suddenly can't do more than 65. Because I have had it going a lot faster. We're hauling a loader from Sheridan over to Gillette. Creeping along at 65. Wished I'd seen you guys there. I'd have scooted over. My system doesn't have a lot of horsepower, so I'm actually playing on medium and low graphic settings for a lot of things. The game still looks really good, even at lower graphic settings. And that sunrise is actually really kind of pretty. Wonder if we can get around this bust before we gotta get off the highway. Actually, we're not getting off at this exit, so interesting. I think the drop off on the map was actually south of Gillette. Hope you're having a good weekend if you're watching this after the stream ends. I'm not sure how long I'm actually going to play for. I just kind of hopped on at a whim and just for fun, didn't have anything else to do, and I should try to be a little better about consistent uploads. Yes, that sign just said no engine brakes, but I'm engine braking anyways. As the engine brakes in the Mac aren't that loud. In fact, actually, they're not very loud in most new trucks. The T880 we have at work, it's a 2016, so it has the DEF system on it. And yeah, you could jailbreak that thing through a church and not disturb anybody. It's so quiet. We're in a Mac Anthem 48-inch sleeper, as I am personally a fan of Mack trucks. And the Anthem is the only not modded Mack truck in the game. There are some modded trucks you can get. R model. I actually have a Superliner downloaded that I could be using, but I have 2 profiles in the game, and I'm trying to keep one of them mod free in case I ever get the chance to join someone for a multiplayer session. You can't have mods on at all to do that, so I did cheat and use mods to unlock everything for as far as truck options and parts. So that's why I have $46 million. I cheated, and I'm okay with that. It's a game. All I want to do is drive a truck, and I just want to play the game. And if I need to check out a mod or something, you kind of have to have some cash to do any of that. Let's whip into the Freightliner here. I hit something earlier in Casper, and I'm not sure what it was. Let's, oops, I don't want to do that. Wrong button. Need some repairs. But that is the setup I am driving. Painted my preferred color blue. I painted my lowboy to match, as I just think it just looks really good when the truck and the trailer are matched, or a good combination of colors. That's the other reason for cheating. In real life, I've never actually driven a enclosed trailer. Never hauled a dry van, never hauled a reefer. I've pretty much flatbed or specialized. The only thing close to a van is a 48-foot demo box with a walk-in floor. Is the closest I've been to a van body. I should have rolled down my window before I leaned my head out through it. It's a game. Also driving around with my high beams on. Running a 20-second delay, so which seems like forever in internet usage, but again, my computer doesn't have a ton of horsepower, so I wanted a little bit longer delay in getting everything going, just in case the game has any stutters or something, or the streaming software has a little bit of a hiccup. I got enough lead time that it shouldn't show up on my stream. This will actually be the first successful stream I have had that I've made public. I tried doing a build stream on my HPI Venture kit, and it just wasn't working at all. So I upgraded the RAM in the computer, and I got a streaming card, so when I do Xbox games and stuff, I have a capture card, and did a test stream on that. I actually made it private, had the wife log on to her laptop and watch it, so I could kind of adjust volumes and see what needed to be what settings needed to be where. So this is actually the first live stream I've successfully had. At least I'm hoping it's successful. According to the video on my phone, it's still running pretty good. I was hoping to have a dual monitor set up so I could actually run the game on one monitor and then have OBS and YouTube open on the other monitor. I don't think my graphics card likes doing that. I don't know if there's a setting on the TV that's weird and cuts it out, or my graphics card is old enough now that it just doesn't want to play nice. I don't know. Of course, with the computer chip shortage, all of that kind of stuff is way overpriced, and it's all on back order anyways. So if I ordered a new graphics card today, might get it by Christmas if I'm lucky. I'd wanted to get an Xbox Series X for when Forza Horizon 5 comes out. What was that? But that just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Right on. Dragline. You would actually see something like that out in Wyoming. At a coal mine, which is where we're pulling into, the coal mine over by Gillette. Probably get down in the right gear. Yeah, we'll figure out where they want this loader to go. $30 might be a bit fast, but I'll let you in on a little secret. There are dirt roads in Wyoming that are in better shape than most of the paved roads in New York State. And that's not even an exaggeration. Because I've been on some dirt roads that were smoother and better maintained than Interstate 95. I'm gonna pull right up here between these haul trucks and back her right in. Get the flashers going. Turn off that might help quite a bit. Gonna be a little crooked again. That's all right. We can do a little better. Let's get her a little straighter. Take a little I do drive truck in real life, so I should do this better. I honestly think it's easier to back up a truck in real life better than it is in the game. Just because the mirror field of view is weird in the game. That's better at least. Turn those off. Set the old park brakes. Shut the engine off, and we'll see how we did. Pretty good. High value cargo bonus. Proficiency bonus. Right, live events. Cruising Wyoming. 3 of 10. Using external contracts or external market with a World of Trucks connected profile. Community goal is to drive 80 million miles while delivering cargoes to or from any city in Wyoming. I think they already reached that goal when I finally got my account connected. Each of the 10 Wyoming cities, they will achieve their personal goal. All jobs for the event need to be at least 100 miles. Check your recent deliveries, meet these conditions using your logbook, rewards, personal goal. You gain a personal World of Trucks achievement and a beautiful Wyoming bison themed ATS truck paint job Steam inventory. So there you go. That's kind of what we're driving for. I don't even know what time it is or how long I've been streaming. So I think I'm going to actually call that a wrap. Thanks for checking out the video. Shout out to Link and Richard for swinging by saying hi. I apologize if I didn't get to you as quickly as you would have liked. Still trying to learn this whole streaming thing out. And again, still